everybody! It's good to see that I've gotten some new followers while we've been gone. I'd like to say hello to Bub4Yub4225 and Psycho Haruma. It's nice to see you. And welcome everyone to the TheUnknownEvolves stream. This is the first one we're going to be keeping recorded, and it'll be staying up for like about 7 days. I don't remember what Twitch tells you. But I'm very excited to share my music with you again. I was here last week. I didn't record that one though because I was just testing things out. And so we will be doing, presenting album 1, The Masks We Wear, the song list. There's 10 songs. You can choose in the chat which one you want to hear, or I can just start from the top and you can listen along. After that, we can also do some songwriting, and I've also got some names that we can choose from to see if, which one would be the best stage name. Those names are, let's this load, Pneuma, Akasha, Bullet, and Dar. Hello! How are you? Okay, so let me just pull up exactly what Pneuma and Akasha mean, and while I'm doing that, I will describe why I chose Bullet and Dar as well for the potential list. So Bullet is a play on my last name, Bulent. I said it too quickly one time and somebody was like, Bullet? I'm like, no, but that sounds cool. And Dar is short for Darwin, a play on the Evolves part of the band name. So, I don't know. I got that suggestion, it seemed simple, it seemed cool, and I was like, maybe. Pneuma means the vital spirit, soul, or creative force of a person. And Akasha is a term for either space or aether, like the fifth element in traditional Indian cosmology. Hello chat, I am doing well. Okay, if anybody wants to pick a song, that will be cool. If not, I will pick one myself. Do 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 do. Okay, nobody's picked anything, so we're going forward with my choice. Starting from the top, Why Do You Love Me? First song of the first album. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Why do you love me so? Hey, hey, oh, oh. Why do you love me so? Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Why do you love me so? Every day there's a voice inside my head telling me to be fake and pure, it will do things I regret. So I walk around spreading the joy, even if there's none in me and I feel like I'm just a toy. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Why would you love me so? Hey, hey, oh, oh. Why would you love me so? Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Why do you love me so? Don't you know I'm not that nice? All of the words I've said and bad things that I've done in my life, but yet you're still by me. Maybe because you don't know the person that I can be. Hey, hey, oh, oh. How could you love me so? Hey, hey, oh, oh. how could you love me so? Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, hey, oh, oh, how could you love me so? This is where an instrument break would be. Being fake, my mistake, those bonds I break and my heart's ache. Is it worth anything, anything at all? Hey, hey, oh, oh, why do you love me so? Hey, hey, oh, oh, why do you love me so? Ooh, 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 hey, hey, oh, oh, why do you love me so? Ta-da! And that was the first song of my first album, Why Do You Love Me? And now I see a request in the chat for Little Bird. This one was inspired by feelings of aggression. Definitely. I know when my brother first heard this song, he was like, oh, that just escalated quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tick-tock, little bird, there's blood on the ground. Tick-tock, little bird, I'm turning around. Tick-tock, little bird, I'll give you a sign. Bring me something useful or your ass is mine. Tick-tock, little bird. Tick-tock, every time you step into the outside, I hope you understand why you're still alive. When everything around you remains, something sinister to drag you to your grave. As the light sheds down on your head, remember that you're probably better off dead. 'Cause if I find that you tried to hide, you won't ever see the world except the inside. Tick-tock, little bird, there's blood on the ground. Tick-tock, little bird, I'm turning around. Tick-tock, little bird, I'll give you a sign. Bring me something useful or your ass is mine. Tick-tock, little bird. Tick-tock. Gears turn, time spins, wings fall, death wins. Tick-tock, little bird. Tick-tock, little bird. Tick-tock, little bird. Tick-tock. And that, everybody, was Little Bird. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 song in my first album. Okay, so, we have another request, Castle of Her Mind. Like that song, good song. I was gonna do that one next anyway if nobody requested anything. This one is a lot about like internal conflict going on inside of your head. So I decided to do that with like a queen in her castle, but the castle is her mind. And you know what? You'll get the rest from the song because that's just how songs work. Anyway, moving on. Castle of Her Mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. High above the world below, a tower stands of gleaming stone. At its base a court enthroned, where she will watch her kingdom roam. Every night the court convenes, when in bed is the queen, to whisper words of hate and lies, a serpent's word as fate's disguise. Standing alone she dances, Standing alone, she screams, caught in a vortex of ashes, of castles burnt down in her dreams. Ruling alone, she watches, ruling alone, they scheme. The castle and whispers frighten her, as they're in the mind of the queen. Suspicion grows its vine-like robes to choke away all lights and hopes, to cover her ears from the truth and steal her mind's childish youth. The castle stones turn dark and cold, the queendom's light the darkness stole. It cuts and burns and stabs and tears, till her body's worn and wear. Standing alone, she dances, standing alone, she screams, caught in a vortex of ashes, of castles burnt down in her dreams. Ruling alone, she watches, ruling alone, they scheme. The castle and whispers frighten her, as they're in the mind of the queen. Each day she holds the pain inside the walls of her castle so high, but isolation won't heal her lands. What she needs is a helping hand. Standing up, she cries out. Standing up, she screams, for someone to come and save her from hurting inside her own dreams. Looking out, she's hoping. Looking out, she pleads for someone to come and guide her from her castle in the mind of the queen. Ta-da! And that was Castle of Her Mind, second song of the first album, The Masks We Wear. Now, I'll give a little bit of insight as to why I called the album The Masks We Wear, while waiting to see if there's any more requests. I decided to go with The Masks We Wear because I felt like there are so many different aspects of one person's personality that you can get caught up in which one is really you, and that maybe you're just faking every day and you're putting on another mask, and it's just another emotion that comes with that mask every day. And I wanted to try and represent that doubt of knowing who you are, and each of the different masks, or some of the different masks in this album. So I know one of the songs in this album, Try and Guess Which One, is the one representing how you don't really know who you are among all the different masks you wear. And that is where the name of the album came. Sneak peek, the second album is called The Emotions We Hide. It's kind of along a similar theme, if you can tell. And it's also almost complete, writing all of the songs in it, and I'm pretty pumped about it. I've got some stuck in my head. Wish I could sing it for you. I'm not going to, though. And then I've got 2 other songs in progress that aren't part of the second album that I was thinking of working on stream with you guys today, if you were interested. So, yeah. I'm open to more requests now, if you're interested. If not, I will move on with Torn, the next one in the album. Do 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 do. Okay. This one was actually written by me when I was in elementary school, and looking back on it now, I find that it is quite representative of how I felt about elementary school during that time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Torn away from house and home, torn from all I've ever known, torn and tossed into the unknown, torn from the pictures round me, torn from a book that's me, torn and tossed into the trees, torn and crumpled into a ball, torn and thrown down the hall, torn and then they let me fall, torn so there's nothing I can say, torn well they throw me away, torn I thought as I lay. And that was Torn, third song of the first album. Torn is actually the shortest one in the entire album, and probably because it was one of the earlier works, but I still felt that it should be included because it felt important to me. Okay, so next on the list is Mind of Fog, So Much Better. I can re-sing Little Bird if you guys are interested in that when we get to that point. Then Volcano, Candlelight, Never Thought I'd Get Here, and Stand By Me. If you're interested, I can tell you the names of the 2 songs that I'm working on that aren't part of the second album, because I'm still keeping the rest of them a secret. So we have Gather Round, which I've actually finished writing, and I'm going to be working on doing the track alongside all of the first album. And most of the second album, I have a lot of tracks to record and compose and all of that. It's gonna be an effort. And then the second song that isn't part of an album right now is called Mon âme sûre. I actually am in French classes, and I've really enjoyed this word because it means like my soul sister. And while the story is about somebody who is my literal sister, I wanted to, I don't know, make it so that it could be about somebody who feels like a sister just inside or is your sister. So that's why I went with the name that I went with. It's going to be a mix of French and English lyrics, which I'm excited to do because big fan of like Mozart opera rock, which is a French musical about the life of Mozart, and it's just good stuff. And honestly, I would love to be able to perform that on here. All of the music, I would do it all at once. But, you know, DMCA can't really do that, so I'm not going to. Okay, we're gonna move on to Mind of Fog. Let it load, let it load. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel so cold and I feel so numb. Centuries old, yet our world's come undone. What's in a mind if it's just dark inside? What's in a mind if it clouds up inside? Mind of fog and thoughts of stone. Mind of fog, control is hard to own. Mind of fog, feelings out of reach. Mind of fog, it's getting hard to speak. How can I clear it when I cannot feel? Vultures above and earthworms below, they both watch with glee as I drift in shadow. What's in a mind if it cannot feel? What's in a mind when nothing feels real? Mind of fog and thoughts of stone. Mind of fog, control is hard to own. Mind of fog, feelings out of reach. Mind of fog, it's getting hard to speak. How can I clear it when I cannot feel? It seeps, it creeps, it beats its way down pathways paved with regrets and mistakes. Oh, where did my happiness go? Oh, where is the sun? Mind of fog and thoughts of stone. Mind of fog, control is hard to own. Mind of fog, feelings out of reach. Mind of fog, it's getting hard to speak. How can I clear it when I cannot feel? Ooh. And that was Mind of Fog, a song about disassociation, actually. Next on the list is So Much Better, which was originally a song about going to be a song about wanting to be remembered, but then I got really angry one day, and I was like, nope, it's not gonna be about that, and I just unleashed it all right on the paper. Well, I was on my laptop, actually, but I just unleashed it all on it, and yeah, it just came out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't keep together, I won't live forever. Why can't I just surrender? Your life is now or never. One day you won't remember. If it makes you feel so much better. All of the people around me, they want to watch you bleed and take joy in your death and defeat. I won't be your performing whore. Watch my suffering, 'cause your life is a fucking bore. You'll put on your mask and try to say that you're not the sadist who just lets it happen every day. Do your lies make you feel, do your words make you feel so much better? What's your problem? What did I miss? Is it entertaining to just watch me fall into the abyss? So just do what you do best. Sit back and do nothing for all of the rest. Hit 1, 2, 3, eyes on me, here's your entertainment fee. Do your lies make you feel, do your words make you feel so much better? I can't keep together, I won't live forever. Why can't I just surrender? Your life is now or never. One day you won't remember. If it makes you feel so much better. Do your lies make you feel, do your words make you feel so much better? Do they make you feel anything? Make you feel anything? Woo! And that was So Much Better. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next is Little Bird. I already performed that though, and since we don't have anybody like new on the stream, I'm just going to skip past that one. But you get the vibe. You can see how there's a bit of an escalation in tone going on in the songs. I don't know if you did notice, but I tried to have that going on. And next on the list is Volcano, also a very aggressive song. It was inspired by Disturbed, and I just enjoyed it. I imagine it's gonna have a very metal sound once I complete it. One, two, three, four. Blood pumps, people screaming, lava slowly seeping. Hear the mountains weeping as your death is creeping in. Now fall on into the volcano. Get lost in an inferno of rage and pain. Volcano. There's nowhere to hide inside volcano. Flesh burns as you find there's no place to go. Volcano. I'm burning up inside. Can you see the steaming? Fire is just seeming to come from those who are dreaming, for those hated to ignite. But it's come too close now. Fire's burned all the houses down. The loved are crying out, how could you decide to erupt and fall on into the volcano? Get lost in an inferno of rage and pain. Volcano. There's nowhere to hide inside volcano. Flesh burns as you find there's no place to go. Volcano. I'm burning up inside. Everything burns, nowhere to go. Lava is creeping up from the below. I'm boiling inside, going to overflow. But a melody whispers to me, so instead I scream out. Volcano, get lost in an inferno of rage and pain. Volcano. There's nowhere to hide inside volcano. Flesh burns as you find there's no place to go. Volcano. I'm burning up inside. Thank you very much, and that was Volcano. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you could get across kind of the feeling I wanted to do in that particular song. It was like anger, but like the overflowing of the anger was hurting people around them. So the way they coped with their anger was instead to sing, and that's like the story of the song. Oh, thank you, chat. Next up is Candlelight. And after that, we only have 2 more songs. One, two, three, four. What way do I turn? What do I have to lose to find myself among the tombs of those I was and those I'll be? Where is the light so I can see? The world is changing and so is my light. How do I keep it bright? To find my hope, to find what's me, to find what's me. I can't be your friend when I'm alive. Don't even know myself inside. Hear me scream it out tonight. Candlelight, candlelight. So I reach into the fire for the self that I desire, to watch it burn out of sight. Candlelight, candlelight. I look in the dark to search for me. My light is guiding what I see, but all I find is the dark inside. With slowly eating my light, I see my flames, it burns, it wavers, can't find its spark. Its fuel to continue, it flashes, it flickers. almost going out 'cause it can't find its true form. I can't be your friend when I'm alive, don't even know myself inside. Hear me screaming out tonight, candlelight, candlelight. So I reach into the fire for the self that I desire, to watch it burn out of sight, candlelight, candlelight. It seems all those around me are shining brightly like a star, with goals in mind and hope in heart. So I support and I support them until I die, 'cause I'll give up the air I need to survive if it means I have meaning. Otherwise, I can't be your friend when I'm alive, don't even know myself inside. Hear me screaming out tonight, candlelight, candlelight. And as I reach into the fire for the self that I desire, to watch it burn out of sight, candlelight, 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 candlelight. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, I mean, you probably did, but the only part of that song that I actually remembered how it went was the chorus, and not actually the verses. So I winged it super hard. I hope it was still enjoyable to listen to. Next on the list, Never Thought I'd Get Here. Kinda depressing. Honestly, most of these are. So, I don't know, I hope you enjoy it anyway. Loading, loading, loading. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm locked into the motion of endless emotion, getting sick of trying, of pretending I'm alive, and the world keeps turning while I'm left here yearning for a reason why I'm here. I never thought I'd get here in life. I always thought I would give up. Oh, now everything around me seems like a break from reality. I never thought I'd get here in life. Now how do I go on? Life keeps coming at me so very unexpected. Why do I feel so much fear for these days I never suspected? It traps me deep down inside, so I can't get away and find the reason why I'm here. I never thought I'd get here in life. I always thought I would give up. Oh, now everything around me seems like a break from reality. I never thought I'd get here in life. Now how do I go on for so long? This future I'm chasing feels like it's erasing this climb that I'm facing. Maybe I'm not worth saving. Don't give up, keep trying. But will I survive it? Can't I just stop dying? I never thought I'd get here in life. I always thought I would give up. Oh, now everything around me seems like a break from reality. I never thought I'd get here in life. Now how do I go on? Go on. Now how do I go on? Ta-da! And now we're on to our last song, and then maybe if you guys are still interested after that song, we can do a bit of songwriting together, and then maybe choose the stage name. I don't know. We only have one other viewer other than me, so not a lot of votes to go in, but it still will be nice to get a second opinion. So stand by me. a song that was asking at the time, it was a lot of my emotions of wanting people to stand by the effort I was putting in. Stand by me, can't you see? I'm worth fighting for. I give myself to the sky, and yet my heart is left dry. Stand by me, please don't leave. Evicted by the moon and banished by the light, I'm lost to be consumed by the night. Won't someone come to rescue me and be the light so I can see? Lead me from the night. Stand by me, can't you see? I'm worth fighting for. I give myself to the sky, and yet my heart is left dry. Stand by me, please don't leave. I'm lost and I'm alone. My enemy is my own voice under the stone, telling me that all my life is a lie. I should get up and die and take everyone down with me. I need help to get out alive, so please lead me from the night. Stand by me, can't you see? I'm worth fighting for. I give myself to the sky, and yet my heart is left dry. Stand by me, please don't leave. Clawing for my will, but I am barely keeping up the lies that I'm okay, that I'm alive. Where did everyone go? Stand by me, can't you see? I can't give anymore. Stand by me, can't you see? I'm falling to the floor. When I look for your eyes, I see the light passing by. Stand by me, 'cause I can't see. Stand by me. And that is the last song of my first album. I hope you all enjoyed. And now we will see if we want to work on some songwriting. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to end the stream because I don't have anything else to do. So let's wait for a couple seconds for that delay and see if chat wants to work on songs. Oh, thank you, chat. Okay, I'm not seeing any requests to, oh wait, what songs to work on? I guess that would be going over a few of my ideas for lyrics and seeing if we can add on to them, or working on Mon âme sûre. So some of the random lines that I've come up with for in my ideas page that we could work on is, I didn't need to be strong, I needed to be safe. Another one is, my emotions have lost control, I'm falling now, I'm not whole, all went black. And the next line on there is, sinking deeply deeper down, singing quiet without a sound, the bubbles travel to the sky, yet not a single tear I cry, I'm drowning. Beyond that, they ask, are you okay? You say you're fine is another line. Carve into my skin the letters I'm lost in. The only song I'll write about you is when we break up. And then there was the idea from Mon âme sûre. And then I had a random concept as well, which is journey of life like climbing a tree. I come up with most of these things in the middle of the night, so they sound dumb, but I don't know. I feel like they can turn out well. So, tell me what you think. Do you want to work on writing a song for one of these lines, or would you like to go continue your day? I'm good either way. Ooh, the drowning one could be like a tragic sinking ship story song. That is a good idea. Tragic sinking ship story song. I've put that down by the line, okay? Thank you for the input. I like to have a bit of story in some of my songs, like Cast Love Her Mind had a whole story going on, and another one in my second album also has a story going on in it, and maybe more of them, because I haven't finished all of them. So who knows? Ooh, is there any interest in me singing one of the songs that I wrote for like the beginning of our D&D campaign? It's a parody of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher. Or would that get DMCA'd? I feel like it might get DMCA'd. But like, it's Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, but Send a Prayer to Miliki for like my ranger character. Ooh, they say do it. Ooh. I don't know. I think I'm gonna need more encouragement from that. Because, like, this stream might get taken down. Okay. I'm not seeing anything else saying that we should risk the stream getting taken down. So, we're not gonna do it for now. But if you want to contact me, and ask for that on maybe YouTube or on my SoundCloud, then we can do that instead, because less restrictions on there, and it will be kind of original music, but also kind of not. It's a parody. You know, I might even do the rest of our D&D storyline in songs. That might be cool. And all of them parodies. You know, that way I would have a track to work with. Actually, that's a really good idea. I'm into this idea. Let me just... do the rest of the D&D storyline in parodies of songs for YouTube. I think it'll be pretty relatable because, like, this storyline is something that other people can play as well, and so they can relate to the song and maybe listen to it. Oh, it would be spoilers, but it will be great. I feel like I've gotten some good ideas. Any ideas? How would you talk about the 9 God Souls? Spoiler in the chat. Spoiler right there. I'm not sure how I would talk about it, but I definitely try to make their story into a song somehow. Do you have any ideas of what songs I could use to parody into songs describing the journey of our adventurers? So it's not going to be completely relatable for everybody, but it is about my D&D campaign that I'm in, so whatever. Maybe it'll do well, maybe it won't. We need to make a name for our group. Oh, like our group of D&D characters needs to have a name? Oh, yeah, that would actually really help in describing them when in song. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll put that in my notes as well. Come up with a name for the group. I think I'll just come up with it and then tell everybody later, because I'm the one making the song, and I'm like, it's as if I'm some random bard in the universe making a song about it, and this is what I've decided to call them based on their adventures. Ooh, maybe there can be some foreshadowing in the name. More spoilers! It's gonna be cool. I'm excited for this. Are you excited for this? I'm gonna share this at some point. It's gonna be great. Maybe I'll start recording my first one soon, since I already have the first song done. Anyway, I feel like I've gotten some good ideas from you all. We don't have enough to vote on the stage name today. Maybe if we get to keep the gods, then we can be the Soul Walkers. Ooh, that is a cool name. I don't think it'll work for everything, and I also doubt that we will get to keep the gods, but I'll make note. Soul Walkers. Anyway, I'd like to hear suggestions from the chat about which is their preferred stage name: Pneuma, Akasha, Bullet, or Dar. Pneuma is creative force or creative spirit. Akasha is fifth element or aether. And Bullet, Bulent, Dar, Darwin. And because we need to destroy the Soulmonger. Yeah, that makes sense too. So that's why I put Soul Walkers down. It'll work. Maybe. Okay, Bullet is the preferred name so far. So I'll put a check mark by that to show that we have a vote. Or, you know, a slash, because I'm not sure how to put a check mark. And great! I had a ton of fun today. I hope you guys did too. I think we're gonna have to end this off for now today. And thank you so much. Which one do I like? I can't decide between all of them. Anyway, no more questions. I am going to end things off today. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a great day. Get outside at some point and enjoy the sunshine, you know? I know I'm supposed to be a dark and mysterious band, but like, I'm telling you to enjoy the sunshine. Whatever.